Okay, there we go. Thank you so much for letting me know. Can you hear me now? Okay, there we go. Thank you so much for letting me know. Can you hear me now? Let's see. Hey, Yaya. Hey, Drunken Chef. Hey, Lashes and Urban. Thank you so much for being here. I have no idea what I'm doing because this is my very first live stream ever. Oh, I should turn down my phone so that there's not what do you call it? I should have figured out from my phone that there was no volume and all that stuff. So what I did to begin was I took a 12 by 12 sheet of white paper and then I cut 1 inch off because I'm gonna make that side 11. And I think I turned it around already, and I'm gonna cut the other side 4.5 inches. And the side that's 11, I'm actually gonna cut it in half so that it's gonna be 5.5, I think. Oh, I done messed up already. Let me get another sheet of paper and start over because I'm like totally off my game right now. But that's fine because paper crafters, we reuse our scraps to make other things. So let me try this again. We're gonna take 1 inch off of this side. All right. Oh, this has a lot better view than what I was able to see on the little camera initially too. So we got that at 11, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the score line right in the middle at 5.5 already, so I know which way to fold it and everything. So that just left a crease right there to fold it, and then I'm gonna make it 5 and I'm gonna go ahead and make it 5.5 inches even right there. Wait, that's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a square shape then. Let me go back to 4.25, which is the standard size. Let me see. I'm back in the bushes. Thank you so much for being here though. And I did it again. Oh my goodness. This is embarrassing. Like I usually make these all the time and now I'm messing up when it's most important. I don't know what to do right now. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and make this one 6 inches then. No, we're gonna do 5.75. That is so embarrassing. Okay. That's still gonna look really wonky. Let me fold it in half already. So I want this side to be 4.25. Let me cut that side down. So it wasn't supposed to be 11 inches with the beginning one. It was supposed to be 8.5. That's where I was going wrong. Okay, so far we have it like this. And I don't even know what color I want to put on the background. Is there any suggestions yet? Like I have red, yellow, and green to choose from. I got this kind of stuff. And let me see what else we got here. There's gold foil. Let's see, there's glitter paper, but I usually don't use this as the base layer because it's hard to get the adhesive to stick to it. But I do have this pretty poinsettia, but that'll be getting covered up. So any suggestions on what color I should do the first layer? I wonder if there's a delay at all. Something with red will do. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna pull this out. So I did this at 4.25 by 5.5. So we're gonna do a 1/4 inch less for this. So we're gonna do, that was 5.5. We're gonna go 5.25 and 4 inches even. Close 4.25, and let's see. Okay, so, and I always like to put it up next to it to make sure that the measurements are gonna fit right, because sometimes I just get carried away and start cutting, and then one wrong cut can throw off the whole thing. So for that, we're gonna get this adhesive, and I hope that it has enough in it, but if not, I'll just refill it on the go. And so just go around these corners right here. And then I do a little X right there so it's nice and sticky, and we're gonna get that put down right away. Oh, I think I did a little too much off of one side, but that's all right. So that's where we're at right now. And then for the background, I got so much to choose from. Like I've got all of these different designs right here. And this is just a paper pad that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. At the beginning of every month, they usually have a half off sale on anything from the Paper Studio brand. So that's when I like to do my first, that's when I like to do shopping at Hobby Lobby for paper so that I could get 2 for the price of 1. And then there's these other designs. Any suggestions at all? And this green one might actually not be here anymore because I used it last year. Oh my goodness, I got stuff falling out. Let me go through. Oh, wow. I probably should have totally got this organized before I started. But I was in a hurry because today my son finally went back to school, but his bus driver apparently didn't get the message that he was going back today, so I had to take him, and so that's why I'm a bit late. But I've got this. I've got some green. There's black and white. We've got this one that's pretty nice, but it might clash with the background. I'm not sure. Let me see what else. Oh, there's this one too. Or I've also got some white and gold and white and silver backgrounds to use. Does anyone see anything in particular that you might like to see on this card at all? Or I'll just wing it, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this white. Let's see here. I didn't use up all the ones that have foil on it too, didn't I? But that's all right. Let's see. I think I'll throw this one on the background. It kind of reminds me of like the snowflakes that I had just recently found. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this layer down next. So since I did that one for, and let's see, I'm gonna trim this just a little bit because it's bothering me that the red is not as equal up here as it is on the sides. So I'm gonna take just a little bit of this off. Hey Rob Allbanks, welcome. Oh man, I done did it now. I took off way too much. Okay, let me start over one more time. I'm so sorry. This is embarrassing. Okay, so we're gonna go, let me think. Dang, what am I doing? Okay, I'm gonna leave that one. Let's see. Let me get a whole new sheet of paper. This is embarrassing. I'm so sorry. Oh, wow. Okay. So this one, I'm gonna cut it at 8.5 this time. Where in the world piece of the thing just flew off? Like this table be chipping. Okay, 8.25. So I could fold it at 4.25. And we're gonna go ahead and do that right now so that there's no mistake with that. And this is about to fall off. Let me throw it back there. And then lengthwise, we're gonna go ahead and do it at 5.5. All right. That's better. Okay, we got that one more time. I'm gonna take this, do it at 4 inches by 5.25. We got 5.25 there. We're gonna get it right this time. I promise you. And we're gonna go 4 right there. Okay. No, this time it actually has the perfect amount of stuff all the way around the side. Thank you, Rob. I hope nobody that doesn't know me yet comes and sees this mess that I'm making. Like, it's so embarrassing. So how's the weather over by you guys? Is anybody else getting any snow at all? Okay, we got that right there. And so we're going to cut this one down at 4 by, no, we're going to cut it 3.75 by exactly 5 inches. Going back into the bushes. All right, Urban. We're going to do this at, wait, what did I do? Exactly 4. I wish I wouldn't have used up my good paper last year. I used to have a ton of arts and crafts stuff, like embossing folders and all that stuff. But when I first had this new baby in the house, I got rid of all of it. I sold it on Facebook Marketplace. And I had went and bought a whole bunch of diapers and new clothes and stuff for him. And yeah, so I'm starting over with this too. I just barely bought stuff again last year for Christmas time so that I could make cards for the church. And also I made a baby shower gift for one of the women that used to be there. And let me cut this down a little more because I messed it up. But that's all right. All right, let's see. Does it add up? No. Move that over. Okay, so we got that so far. Let me move it a little bit closer. Oh, sorry. Okay, it's gonna... Well, I'll do it after I like get it glued down so it won't move around. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to be here with me, because this is like just a pop-up thing that wasn't really planned. It was like really iffy, just in case my son didn't go back to school. I wasn't gonna come on at all, because when he's home, I can't get anything done. He has to have constant supervision all day, every day. And so, yeah. Now, a lot of times when I'm actually on with you guys, I'm with the headphone in one side and then sitting right there with him. So I think I might put a little bit of this on top, maybe, I guess. Or I'll do another layer of the red on top of it, too. Yeah. I'm going to cut it down just a bit smaller, though. And then we're going to put some of this on top. My hair is a hot mess right now. Like, once it gets moist and humid and stuff, it turns into a total frizz disaster. Let's see. It's cool in my area of Florida, but the sunshine... Oh, you are so fortunate. I wish I had sunshine right now. It's gloom and doom out there. So I'm gonna cut about... Let's see. That was at 4, so I'm gonna do this one at 3.5 and hope for the best. I'm just winging it right now. Okay, that was a little too short, but I can... Yeah, it'll work. I'm gonna make this work. So I'm gonna put it something like that, and then I'm gonna fill in this, which I should have measured. Like, I should have been consciously measuring exactly what I'm doing so that I know exactly where to put the next layer at, or where to cut the next layer at. But it's fine, we'll figure this out. Let's see, we're gonna put that right there. And then I'm gonna throw some of this on. So this was at 3.5. I'm gonna cut it 3.25 by, let me try to measure it somewhat. That one is 3.5 by 2 3/4. So we're gonna go 3.25 by 2.75, I think. I hope for the best. Let's see. 2.75 inches. Nope. We're gonna go down another... We're gonna go down another 1/4 of an inch. So we're gonna go 2.5 with that by 3.5. Is anybody else in here at all? I don't want to like not speak to anyone that comes in, because that will probably be like really rude. And I'm not much of a talker, you guys. In case you haven't noticed, I have no idea what to talk about. So I'm just like nervously rambling. situated right about there. Oh, Lord, please don't let this go down crooked. All right. So we've got that for now. And then I'm going to throw on something for the background. Now, a good thing after the holiday sales are over, or after the holidays, actually, when you go back to the arts and crafts store, they have all these gift tags, and they're great for using if you don't have ephemera to put on. And what I used to do before, I used to have all these cling stamps that I would just stamp it and then put it on, like I would cut around the paper, glue it on, and then color it with embossing powder and all that good stuff. But I had gotten rid of all of that. So it's all right though. Let me play around with the design. That might not work, maybe. Hey, Life with Marlene, how you doing? Let's see. We could throw. Let me see. Like, oops. Like that. I think I like that one, so I'm gonna set it to the left side while I look at the rest of these. Oops. My goodness. I have to get used to like the camera doing it the opposite. I'm not too sweet on this one. It's great to have you here. Thank you for joining. There's the snowman. No, that's too big. Oh my goodness. That's a little too big, right? Hey, Odom, welcome. Thank you for being here. Then there's this one, which I do like too. So I'm going to set that one aside. There's this one with the skates. Planner Garden. Hey, how are you? Thank you for joining. There's that. I got some edibles. Now that you're here, I remember that I got some edibles sprouting and I'm going to plant them very soon. And I want to thank you so much for putting those on your channel so much. And because that's what got me to try them in a different way. And I love them so much. They're so delicious. And I'm over here dropping stuff on the floor. Just pretend you didn't see that. There's this ugly sweater. It kind of looks all right, but I don't know if this blue clashes with the background or not. Hey, Rambo, how are you? Good evening. I think it's evening over there where you are, right? So it's between these three, you guys, like either this sweater or this one, the Merry Christmas, or the other Merry Christmas one, like that. Like, what do you guys think looks best on here? Any suggestions? I like the first one. The sweater? This one? Blessings to my amazing family, all the chat. Oh, thank you. Blessings to you too, Rambo. Merry Christmas. This one. All right, we'll definitely get this one on. And thank you so much for helping out because I'm like totally winging it today. Now, usually when I start making cards, I'll look around first and on Pinterest to try to get somewhat of an idea what I want to do. But today we're just doing it willy-nilly. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I think it's running low on adhesive, but that's quite all right. Okay, I'm going to put that right about there. And then let me hide that little piece right there. All right, so that's what we've got for right now. And oh, I've got 20 more minutes left to be on here, so we're going to go ahead and make something else. So I'm going to show you how to make the chocolate things. If any of you saw the videos that I did for either Andel or for Black's Tropical Homestead, I made some little chocolate things for them to go along for their birthday gift. And if anybody missed it, you're going to get to see it now. I have to hide the chocolate up here because my older son, if he finds it around the house, he will totally eat everything inside the bag. So I hid it inside of a bag of arts and crafts store stuff that was hanging on the back door. So to do this, we need Hershey's Nuggets because the other one, the Hershey's Minis, they're a totally different size, so they'll throw it off. And so I'm going to put this just down there for now. And we need... Where did I put that piece of... Because I had a bigger piece of paper somewhere. Let me look through my scraps and see what all is in here. Because we don't need very much of it. Ooh. I'll just get a new sheet of paper for that. All right. Let's see what we have to work with. This one is really pretty. The one I'm about to pull out, it was $1.99, so that's why I've been holding on to it because that's a lot to spend on a piece of paper. But it's a special occasion. It's the first live stream, so we're going to go ahead and use it. And I actually should have did the card with this background then. So let me hold it up like that. It has gold foil on it with some holly. And what we're going to do is cut this 1 inch across by 3 inches the other way. Let's see. I'm going to put it right there. And since it's a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, you actually can get 48 of these out of there if my math is right. So we're going to cut these each at 3 inches. So there should be 4 equal sized. And I hope the rest of the stuff is on hand because there's a whole bag that it needs to go into and everything. So I'm going to mix those with one more. I'm going to go ahead and use this other paper. Since I used it for the background already, we might as well incorporate something that makes sense with the card. So we're going 1 inch by 3. Is anybody else here? Rambo Urban's actually in the bushes right now. She's at work. But Urban, Rambo saying hi to you, just so you know. And Rambo, I'm sure she wants to say hi to you too, but she's not able to be here right now because work calls, you know. So we've got these, and let me move them back here where they can be plainly seen. So we're going to set the cutter aside for now. And so we're going to take, out 8 of these and hopefully get 2 of each kind. So we got 2 of the silver, 2 of the gold with red, 2 of this one, and then we need another gold with brown just to make sure that it's like all even. Good Eats is in here. Hey, Good Eats, I didn't see you come in, but somebody's saying hi to you. Unless somebody's saying that this is a good eat, which I totally agree with you on that if that's what you're saying. So actually what we do with this, we're going to take it on the back side and just put 2 strips of adhesive. And then we're going to find the back of this. And I'm trying to line it up in a way where it shows on the camera. Let's see, right about there. And then we just roll it around. And we got to try to make sure that these edges line up properly so it doesn't look like a kindergartner did it. And so there we go. We got some little treats that match with the card. So if anybody hasn't been here yet, if you just came in, this is the same paper that I used for the background right here. And I'm just going to sit this over here for now, I guess. Let me put it where you can see it. And I'm going to continue doing the rest of these. So that was one of the ones that had gold with red on it. So I'm going to interchange them. Oh my goodness, I should have put on some lotion. You guys, I'm not even playing. This winter has my hands so dried out that I look like an old person or something. I need some petroleum jelly, some Vaseline, some kind of something, because it is not looking right. And my older son, my teenager, when I'm driving, he looks and he laughs at me and said that he's going to put me in the old people home already. And I'm like, no, you're not. Okay, we got 2 of that. Let's see. Put it halfway there and just wrap it around. Okay, one of these ones again. This would be so much easier to film. I need to get a tripod. I used to have one way back in the days. I actually had a different channel called Mulata Crafts, but that did not really go anywhere. I had a very small group of friends on there, and I don't know what happened. Like, all of a sudden, everybody stopped doing anything. And so it is what it is. But in a way, it's kind of a blessing, though, I guess, because I would have been wanting to still keep up with everybody if everybody was still on. And I actually got into paper crafting from this lady called Jeanette Lane. She had this pen pal thing called Pocket Letters. And what it was, like, I don't know if you've seen those old baseball things. It's like a pocket page where you put baseball cards in it, and it has 9 slots. And so what you would actually do is make your own cards that are very crafty designed with this pretty paper. And you would fill up 8 of the slots with that. And then in the 9th slot, or the middle one actually, what you would do is include a handwritten pen pal letter. But this was years ago when people used to send mail to people all the time. What color am I doing now? The gold one? Okay. And it was a lot of fun. Who's here? Hey, Mona or Monica. I'm not sure what your actual name is, but hey, Sifting Some Soil More. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Good Eats Homestead. Thank you so much for joining. So what I'm doing now is I'm wrapping Hershey's Nuggets in some pretty paper. And then I've got another sheet of paper here. For those of you that just joined, I'm making it match the card. And it's this paper right here that I used around the background. And so I'm going to put those. I'm going to try to get these back on the camera so you can see what I'm doing. And if you just joined, we're using Hershey's Nuggets because the Hershey's Minis do not work for this because they're a totally different size. And so we cut these down to 1 inch by 3 inch pieces. And if you're using a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, you're usually able to get 48 if my math is right. But the thing with that is you have to be very, very precise with your measurements. You can't make as many mistakes as I just did earlier when the video first started. Who else is here? Is anybody else here? How many people are here? Oh, I should be looking at my phone. There's 6 people here. All right. And I didn't even see how to do the subscriber mode or any of that stuff. Like, I need to play around with this whole StreamYard thing and figure it out. Now, for those of you that use StreamYard, does it actually, how do you say? Because it was saying on here that it doesn't save it to the StreamYard app unless I upgrade. But is it going to save it to my YouTube channel or not? Or is it just a stream and it's going to end? Or how does this work? All right, everybody's saying hi to one another. So once we have this like this, I'm going to take another piece of this and I'm going to cut it at, how many inches was it? Let me think. 2 inches across, and then we're going to do 8.5 inches down. And that way we're going to put it into, well, actually I'm going to do 2 cuttings. Let me do double side. I'm going to do 2 sheets of paper at one time. kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. All right, I got those lined up. So we're gonna do 2 inches, and what I do is I get these bags that are actually for pastries, like the ones that you see people put those decorative pretzels in, like the pretzel sticks. Hey Felicia, welcome. It will save to YouTube. Oh, thank you so much. That's awesome to know. Thank you. All right. So I was saying about the pretzel bags. They're about 2¼ inches. So I cut this exactly at 2. And then we're gonna make another cut at 8 inches. And then we're gonna get all of these glued down in an alternative order just to make it look nice. Well, I gotta glue these 2 pieces of paper together first. And the bags, I think they're 2¼ or 2.5 by 9, if I'm not mistaken. And I have to actually dig them out. I didn't know I was gonna have enough time left to actually do this extra project to go along with it, because when I was waiting for my son's school bus to come, it didn't show up today. And we were standing out there in the cold for a while. It's just been one of those days when it's one thing after the next, honestly. But with the good Lord's strength and Him giving me all the patience in the world, we'll get through it one way or another. And then it's like stuff that's not even gonna matter 5 years from now anyway, so there's no need to be stressing out about things. So I'm gonna try to line this up so that it's perfectly. We're gonna glue these down to one another, just like that. And this side, since it's so pretty, I'm gonna leave it on the back and then glue the candies down to this one. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure there's enough adhesive on here. And this just ran out, but that's quite all right because these are easy to replace. Now I have this really great adhesive thing called a Scotch Advanced Tape Glider. That thing was wonderful. It used to last so long because the rolls were a lot bigger and the adhesive was really, really great quality. Anything that I made with that, it wasn't coming apart. But it's kind of good that these little things run out so that I have an opportunity to kind of sort of somewhat show how to replace them. And then we just roll it a little bit until I start feeling the stickiness. There we go. And so yeah, we got some more. And then I think I'm gonna put the decorative one on the bottom. Oh, let me move back. Oh, okay, since it's closer to me, it's actually a lot easier to see that one. So I'm putting the silver ones on right now, which I believe these are the plain milk chocolate ones. And then there's some that have toffee in them, and there's some that have almonds, I think. And let me read the bag instead of just trying to guess. So there's milk chocolate with almonds, extra creamy milk chocolate with toffee, and then there's a special dark one with almonds. So we're gonna go ahead and put one of the gold kind of looking ones on here. Just like so. Is there... Hey, African Dream is here. Hey, April and Julius, how y'all doing? Good morning? No, wait, let me think. It's barely gonna be 2 o'clock here, so good evening to you guys. It's 9 o'clock over there, just about. So what I did here was I already made this Christmas card, and Yaya helped me out a whole lot to pick out some of these things. And then I wrapped up some Hershey's Nuggets in the same paper that we used for the initial background. And so I'm just putting them down on here in an alternating order. And then this same beautiful paper that I have right here, I also glued it to the back of this, and we're going to package this up in a really nice way. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I did for either Black's Tropical Homestead or for Amdale. I made one for each of them for their birthdays. And so I'm pretty much doing the same thing, but just with a Christmas design right now. I'm going to put these ones on right now. So these are the ones with the toffee, I think, because they have this bronze color to them. And I have to dig out the plastic thing that they belong in, because I wasn't sure I was going to have enough time to actually make this project today. There's been so many setbacks. I wanted to come on when it was, I wanted to be on here at noon, actually, because my son's bus was supposed to be here around that time. So for now, we got these stuck on like this. And please give me a moment while I look for the packaging for these. Let's see. So I got 2 bags of crafty stuff hanging on the back door. And I have to hide the chocolates in here from my teenage son because I had some before that I had set apart just for the purpose of making these. And he found it and there was not a single one left. And he knew for a fact that this is what I was using it for, but these kids ain't got no manners nowadays. So it's not in this bag. Let me go through this one. And I want to thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to just put that down on the floor for now. I'll get to it in a little bit. My hair is all up in my way today, not allowing me to be great. Oh, come on, where are you? Man, I should have had this stuff out already. I'm sorry, you guys. These are not them. There's another thing that I use these Dollar Tree bags for that eventually I'm going to show, but there's not enough time to do that one today. Oh man, where are these little bags at? Like, I just recently used them. It was not even 2 months ago. Oh my goodness. Oh man, let me check one other place that it could be. And how are you guys, by the way? Very nice, cool holiday design. Thank you. We're just winging it today because I had no idea exactly how it was going to come out. As I was telling the group earlier, usually I actually look around on Pinterest for a while and try to get an idea somewhat of what I want to do. But, oh, here we go. So these cellophane bags, they sell these at Hobby Lobby in the bakery aisle, and people usually get those long stick pretzels and dip them inside of frosting or whatever it is. But I like to use this for this specific purpose. And sometimes it's a little hard to get inside of the bag at first. So what we initially do is stick 2 of these sheets of paper in here, and then I'm gonna shimmy this in between it. And I really hope that my measurements are good today because I'm just winging it. Come on, go in. You can do it. Oh, the back one fell out. Hold on. Come on, we can do this. Come on. Oh, come on. Please go in. I did not cut it too wide. I don't think I did. I usually do them 2 inches, don't I? I hope. Okay, this doesn't want to cooperate today. But usually it is troublesome to get this inside of the plastic anyway. All right, I'm going to pop out some scissors and trim the edge off a little bit. If I can find my scissors now. Oh my goodness. Like, it's just one of those days where, like, everything is missing. And my scissors are not there. So I'm going to grab my son's scissors. I'll be right back. At least I know where those ones are. All right. So I'm going to trim a little bit off the edges just to make it. It's probably going to come out sloppy though, but it is what it is. We're just going to go ahead and take a little bit off of each side so that it's at least somewhat even. That is going to look so tacky because it's not cutting in a straight line. All right, let me get a little bit off this other side. Oh, it sounds like the dryer just stopped. So, like, you guys, when my son's not home, it's my time to rush and get everything done, like the laundry. At this time, I'm usually either in someone else's live stream while cleaning up the kitchen or cooking or something. Something's always going on here because when he's home, don't nothing get done. All right, so I took a little bit off the sides and I'm gonna try to shimmy this in one more time. There is a huge possibility that I may have actually cut it too big for being in such a rush, but that's all right. We're gonna make do with it. All right, come on, come on, come on. This thing don't want me to be great today. All right, it's going in. All right, we just pull these out. So we go like this, and then for the top, I'm gonna use the very same paper that I had used for the back of this. I think it's over here. So we're gonna actually go 3 inches across, and then I'm gonna do 5 so I can fold it at 2.5. And usually I would not have brought this out unless I'm using it for someone very special that I have in mind. But since it's a special occasion, being the first time I brought it out, because this particular, for one sheet of paper, they charge $1.99, which is crazy. Hey, Miss T, welcome in. Hello, Urban Gardening. How are you today? She's actually at work, so she doesn't respond to you right away. That's what's going on. But thank you so much for being here. I totally appreciate that. Is anybody else here? I don't want to miss speaking to anybody. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. Let me get the trimmer. So Miss T, this is what we made today. And Yaya, thank you so much for helping me to pick out the papers that I used and the, what is it called? The tag that I put on there. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And so I'm gonna use the same cardstock that was on the background. I'm gonna cut this down. So, Miss T, if you weren't here yet, this is what we're doing. I just put some Hershey's Nuggets and wrapped it up in the same paper right here that I used at the back of this card. And then I added another one that's really, really pretty. Let's see. What did I say I was going to cut it at? 3.5 or 3 inches across. And then we're going to do 5 so that I could fold it in the middle. Man, while I was up, I could have been putting on some lotion on these ashy hands. All right, we got that there. And we're going to cut it at 5 inches right there. And then we're going to take another strip of this. And we're going to do 2.5. Oh, man, I'm about to knock this card off the table or something's going to fall off the table. Either the card or the chocolate. So we're going to do 2.5 there by, what did I say? So it's going to overlap that. How much should I cut this at? 5 inches. So we're going to go 4.5 with this one. All right. Set that aside. Oh, I need to use the scoreboard, so I'm fixing to put this up over there already. Okay, so this was how much did I cut this at? This one is at 4.5, so we're gonna cut it at 2 3/4. I hope. No, that's wrong. 2 1/4. Oh man, I almost messed this thing up something fierce. For you guys that weren't here yet in the beginning, I had to continue recutting because I done messed it up twice before I got this initial cardstock down to the right size. So we're going to fold that 1.5 for now. And put that right about here. I'll leave that in view. And since this one I put it at 5, we're going to cut it at the 2.5 inch mark. Anybody else here? Miss T with the TO's peeping that. Oh, you must be talking about the outfits that she got at Forever 21. All right. So we got that there. That was a good live stream you did this morning. I gotta go back and watch the Educated Natural, see if she did another skit about Big Rooster. I don't know what I was doing when her stream came on. I didn't get a notification or nothing. I knew she was fixing to do another skit, but I didn't know exactly what it was gonna be about this time. But as soon as I get a chance, I definitely want to stop by there, see what everybody's laughing about, join in on the laughter. So we're gonna put this on top of this. And usually for this part right here, it would be great to actually have a stapler, but I don't have that anymore and I just glued it too much to the side. Well, at least this adhesive is somewhat removable, because the other one, once you put it down, it ain't going nowhere. Which is also a good thing though, because sometimes things happen where, like in the mail with Andale's birthday card, the letters actually fell off, and I feel so bad about that. I should make her another one. Okay, so we got that like that, and then we're just gonna glue the whole, like, oh, let me get it on camera. So we're gonna glue this part right here just around the bottom edges so that it sticks to itself. And I just got some adhesive on the table. I'll clean that up a little bit. There we go. I'll take this and try to get it centered to the best of my ability. Just, well, yeah, let me put some more. So we're going to close that down around that like that. And voila, we got a piece of this, oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. We've got a package of chocolate, and these things are very famous for if you do craft fairs or anything. People really love these, but a lot of people, they don't want to buy it if it's over $1, because I started selling these at $2 each since I was putting in the amount of time that it takes to go through all of this, but it wasn't selling, and you're not really taking a loss if you sell them 8 pieces for $1, but you are taking a loss on your time. But I was desperate to make a sale that one time, so I went ahead and did it. It's already 2:00, so I only have like 15 more minutes left to be on here. And my son, my youngest one, he's gonna be getting out of his therapist already. So I'm gonna end it here, but I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart from being here. And I want to pronounce the blessing over you from Numbers 6:24 through 26. And it says, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord lift up his countenance to you and be gracious to you. May the Lord shine his face upon you and give you his peace. And I pray that in Jesus' powerful name above all names. Amen and amen. Thank you so much for joining. And hopefully next week I'll be able to get it. I'll be able to have everything organized ahead of time, and we'll be able to get more done. And I'm gonna make something that actually matches along with this to make a whole set. So thank you so much once again for being here, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow at today's Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow at African Dreaming's channel. Bye. All right.